Today we need to talk about management versus leadership and why it is essential that you understand the difference between the two. My name is Niels and I am the head of consulting at Zoios, which is a platform that helps leaders balance well-being and performance. I have co-authored 3 books on leadership and have also worked with leadership development for nearly 10 years. When you have watched this video, you will know exactly what the difference is between management and leadership, and you will know how you can use that to your advantage when developing yourself as a manager or a leader. The legendary Harvard Business School professor John Kotter helps us understand managers are all about planning, budgeting, organizing, staffing, and controlling, where on the other hand, leadership is about coping with change, setting a direction, aligning people, motivating them, and inspiring. The problem is that many executives have a default mode where they work either entirely as a manager or entirely as a leader. So they struggle to utilize the great elements of both roles, and they go into some sort of an autopilot mode, only utilizing the benefits of one of those 2 roles. And they also end up being trapped by the blind spots of one of the roles they execute on. In the modern world, many so-called leadership experts tend to dictate that management is 100% outdated and that you need to focus on leadership only. And I actually think that's a huge misconception. But let me get back to that part later. First, we need to have an example of a manager. So let's talk about Wendy, the manager. Wendy has been a middle manager for 10 years. She's very stable at what she does. She's good at organizing, she's good at following the budgets, and she's very good at controlling her employees. Wendy's problem is that she is not very inspiring to work for. So sometimes people quit because they're simply not motivated to follow her very strict and controlling management approach. Her processes and strict rule setting is simply too boring for her employees, or even too strict, and they struggle to see the reason for why they do what they do. On the other hand, we have Lisa, the leader. She has not been a manager for very long, but she is very, very visionary and inspiring. So she has been promoted to an executive C-level position recently. She is doing well by understanding that her team is not just resources, but actual people who need to be inspired and motivated and developed for her department to succeed. She sets the direction for the team, which is aligned with the overall strategy of the company. Lisa's problem is that she is terrible at organizing. She's terrible at planning, building all the right processes for success. She's also spending way too much money beyond her budget, and that hurts the business. So what can we learn from these 2 cases? What do you, as a manager, need to do differently than you do today based on these 2 cases? First, you need to ask yourself, am I primarily a manager or a leader? If you spend most of your resources on management, then you might want to ask yourself how you can better become motivating and inspiring for your team. If you, on the other hand, spend most of your resources and time on being inspiring without being accountable about budgets, then ask yourself what you can do or who in your team that might be able to help you in becoming better at the management part. It's also really important here at the end to note that your organization might have a certain need right now for either management or leadership, especially in your department. So it's not only about you, it's also about the context of your organization. You might need to become much more compliant because you are doing a merger with another company or something else that requires you to be much more managerial in your style. On the other hand, you might have a company that is going through a lot of other changes that require you to inspire your people, where it's not as stable anymore as it used to be. Then you might want to be a lot more inspirational, set the strategic direction that is aligned with the overall strategy of the company, and thereby you need to use your leadership. I also like to use the example of being a good business leader versus being a good people leader. And this is kind of the same thing. The hardcore business part is the management part, about all the organizing and all the planning and the budgets. And the people leader part is the part about making sure that people follow you, that you are motivating, and that they also feel well, that they feel like they have good social relationships, that they feel like they are contributing, that they feel like they are developing, all these kind of situations. And that is what you need to be super aware of now. The conscious part of your brain needs to be there in order to become a better leader in this situation. Now, if you take your time to reflect, then you become aware of what you need to do to become an even better executive. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, I really hope that you enjoyed the content and found it to be valuable for you. It would mean a great deal to me and to us if you would help us by liking the video. And also, maybe you can tell that we focus on high quality videos on our YouTube channel here. Go ahead and check out the other videos if you find it to be something for you, and feel more than welcome, of course, to subscribe to our channel. If you are curious about becoming a better leader with the right software, then also feel free to check out our website, which is zoios.io. I hope you're having a great day, and have a great day from now on.